quite angelic today. I think it's just the sun rays behind me. I certainly don't think I'm an angel. Sometimes I think I'm pretty good, but so today I'm going to talk about my 5 biggest regrets. You know, we all sort of, I don't know, I've always actually lived by no regrets, hashtag no regrets. If you follow me on Instagram, Peace Love Vegan, you will see that I hashtag that quite a bit. But it's okay to have regrets because, you know, regrets should be something that you look back at, you know, and realise that, yeah, it's okay to have experienced something and thought, I wish that I sort of had changed my path a little bit. Now, in saying that, I'm big on learning lessons as well, so they go hand in hand. So, number 1. So, my biggest regret would be smoking. I smoked cigarettes from a very early age, probably on a regular basis from about the age of 15. And, you know, I was very influential around lots of people that I went to school with. So, unfortunately, I taught many of my friends how to smoke. You know, ultimately, their choice to continue smoking, but some of them actually still do smoke, and I feel terrible because I've given it up. Smoking does 0 for you. It gives you nothing. So to those smokers saying she has no idea what she's talking about, it actually gives you nothing. It's detrimental to your health, your breath smells, your teeth get stained, your fingers get that yellow. Ew, I used to have that yellow so bad, it was disgusting. And your clothes smell. If you have a baby or are holding someone else's baby, the smoke actually stays inside your clothes. So even though you may wash your hands and wash your mouth, clean your teeth or whatever before you hold a baby, you're actually that baby is passive smoking when you hold it. So you know, smoking is just a shit thing to do in this day and age because, you know, it does nothing for you. It will kill you slowly. It's not a reward. It's actually the complete opposite. And so, yeah, that was my number 1 regret. Do some research if you're still smoking and get off that shit. My second biggest regret would be not being upfront and truthful with others when they have messed with my feelings and emotions. So, you know, there's been times where I've thought, you know, that person's probably treating me really disrespectfully, and I should probably say something about it, and I didn't because in my head I sort of just made it my problem to sort of try to sort it out. But it's actually okay to have those boundaries and say to someone, you know, listen, this is how you've interacted with me. I don't appreciate it. This is how you've made me feel. Yeah, a lot of us are really scared to actually confront people on how they make us feel directly. And yeah, I just really wish that I had learnt that much earlier on. This day and age, I'm a little bit more confident in letting people know that they're being a-holes. But I still could definitely work on that one. So, yeah. My third regret would be not going vegan from birth. You know, going vegan 7 years ago was by far the best thing I ever did. I lost 10 kilos. I gave up smoking. So easy. Cold turkey. No mucking around. Gave it up. I've quit drinking. I've started cycling. I'm just happier. You can see I'm a pretty happy person. Even when I'm not happy, I still sort of, you know, don't look like the world's crashing down on top of me. So going vegan, and obviously for the animals, I just wish I had made that connection a little bit earlier. But in saying that, you know, we're all on our little journey, and yeah, it took a little bit of sort of processing to sort of realize that, you know, I was an actual animal lover, not just one of those ones that says that I am and then eats animals. So yeah, going vegan, definitely. So my fourth regret would be not educating myself enough past the realms of school. Really believing that what I was going to be taught in school was what I was going to need for the bigger, wider world. I think it's really important for all of us to educate ourselves past, you know, what the education department deems that we need to know for this life. And yeah, I now am very envious of those friends that can pick up a book and read it in a day or two and really absorb it, because I've never been a big reader. That's why I've been doing the audio books a lot more. But yeah, anyway, you can absorb that information. We're so fortunate with all this information at our fingertips now that yeah, there's no excuse actually to miss out on that that real education, and certainly self-love. And you know, the books like the Changing Your Thoughts, Changing Your Life, The Power of Now, those books, they should be reads in school. They should be there, you know, instead of that ferret book about that kid that was an albino. That was a weird fucking book. I don't really get why we had to read that one. But anyway, hashtag no regrets, except for I wish I'd read more books. My fifth and final regret would be not moving enough. You know, upon reflection, I grew up in quite an active family when I was younger, and it was mum and dad together. Mum wasn't the mover. She didn't move, but my dad did, and so we were very active kids. But then when the split happened, in our family, I became really stagnant, and I started to eat quite a bit of food, and I became a little piggy, even though I love piggies. Yeah, I became quite heavy, and yeah, I didn't move enough. And so yeah, I reckon my biggest regret would be, you know, not moving enough. Now I realize the importance of it. And yeah, just for mental health, for the health of your body, and not only that, it's fun. Like, moving gets you places. So however you do that, if your moving is only like, I'm gonna hike up here so I can see the top of Mount Lofty, then make that your exercise. If you need an A to B to move to make it fun, then do that. Some people just like, you know, fucking smashing some weights and yeah, doing deadlifts and stuff. I miss deadlifts. They're so good. Anyway, so they're my 5 regrets. Hashtag no regrets. But yeah, and looking back, all of those things now, I'm increasing in my life. So if it's a regret, make sure that it's not a regret for life. It's just for whatever time you've been on this earth up until now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace, love, vegan. Hashtag no regrets.
World isn't over yet. Still got a chance to place our bets. Both made a little mess. Nothing our two hearts can't put back. I'll never love you less. Don't let your worries second guess. We'll start over fresh. Living a life with no regrets. Living a life with no regrets.